Hello everyone, I am Dr. Gourav Shrivastava, Associate Professor, School of Advanced Computing, Sage University, Bhopal. Our today's topic is Artificial Neural Network. So before going to the artificial neural networks, first we should know what is a neural network. So neural networks form the base of deep learning, which is a subfield of machine learning, where the structure of the human brain inspires the algorithms. Neural networks take input data, train themselves to recognize patterns found in that data, and then predict the output for a new set of similar data. So this is the procedure in which the neural networks works. Therefore, a neural network can be thought of as the functional unit of deep learning, which mimics the behavior of the human brain to solve complex data-driven problems. The first thing that comes to our mind when we think of neural networks is biology. And indeed, neural nets are inspired by our brains. So as you see, this is the image which has been taken from the Wikipedia. In the machine learning, the neurons, dendrites, refers to as input, and the nucleus process the data and forward the calculated output through the axon. And in a biological neural network, the width, that is thickness of dendrites, defines the weights associated with it. So this is the biological structure of the neuron. Now comes to the artificial neural network. So what is an artificial neural network? An artificial neural network represents interconnected input and output units in which each connection has an associated weight. During the learning phase, the network learns by adjusting these weights in order to be able to predict the correct class for input data. So while training the neural network, it adjusts the weights according to the priority to predict the correct class for input data. Suppose, for example, we encounter ourselves in a deep sleep state and suddenly our environment starts to tremble. Immediately afterward, our brain recognizes that it is an earthquake. So at once we think of what is most valuable to us. So what comes in our mind? Our beloved ones, our essential documents, or our jewelry, our laptop, our phones, etc. So there can be many things which comes in our mind suddenly. But now, suppose we only have a few minutes to get out of the house and we can only save a few things. What will our priorities be in this case? Perhaps we are going to save our beloved ones first. And then, if time permits us, we can think of other things. What we did here is we assigned a weight to our valuables because beloved ones are more important than our belongings. So each of the valuables at that moment is an input, and the priorities are the weights we assigned it to it. So this is how the priorities are decided and weights are assigned to particular inputs. The same is the case with neural networks. We assign weights to different values and predict the output from them. However, in this case, we do not know the associated weight with each input. So we make an algorithm that will calculate the weights associated with them by processing lots of input data. So I hope you have learned the concept of artificial neural network. Stay tuned and subscribe to Sage University Bhopal. Thank you.